How's it going, everybody? This is Kevin, and welcome to another, hopefully, a quick update video. I want to say quick, but it probably isn't going to be quick. So, why is my focus all messed up? Anyways, so first off, props to Casey, aka Lanikin, for the sweet t-shirt. He's my best friend, and thank you so much. It really was probably the best Christmas gift I've gotten so far this year. But then again, it's only December 23rd right now, so I didn't get any gifts except for that for now. And I hope you enjoyed your gifts as well. So, starting off with that, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know what is going to be happening within the next year down the road. For the next year, I just wanted to go ahead and make the announcement that, because the last update video I left a lot out. So, the 1st of January, I am going to be doing a Patreon. I'm going to start a Patreon. And all you really need to do is subscribe $1 a month. And I know a lot of people are probably wondering why. And, you know, it's not easy to try and say everything out and try and make it as transparent. I want to try and make it as transparent as possible. And I think one of the big things is I want to see where I stand with the fans, because to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't have this channel right now if it wasn't for you guys. You know, my very first video is gone over, I didn't even check how many views it's gotten. I remember like 6 months ago it was like over 100 views, and you know, I kind of want to see where people are on the channel and how they feel. And you know, one of the best ways to know if, you know, you have fans that are willing to stick around is through Patreon. And it's not to, I hate saying donation, because I want to try to give back as much as possible with the Patreon. Unfortunately, the stretch goals are going to be a little bit. The only ones that I could think of were like the higher tier ones. As for the lower tier ones, it's kind of hard to try and make goals that are, you know, very, you know, that are like just to give a little bit back, but not, you know, it's weird because I want to. I should talk about what's going on. So Casey is going to be moving to Texas, so that means I won't be able to do any collaborations or skits or anything with him in it. And I know we only had the Golden Grin Casino for Payday 2 on my channel, but we did record a couple of other things that ended up on the scrapped floor. On the floor is scrapings, partially because my video, my NVIDIA didn't want to record the footage, because I did do Achievo Hunters where I did I don't know about him, but I did 2 achievements with one heist, and I even made it difficult, and you know, it was a real challenge. And the problem with it was I went to stop the recording, and I noticed down in the lower right hand corner, that's where it tells me that it's recording, it wasn't there. And I went out and I, you know, alt tabbed out, and I was like, no. And I went into the recordings file or folder, and I went into the Payday 2 folder, and it was empty. And I was like, God damn it. So all that footage, it was about an hour. I think we finished in a little over an hour. And I was very, very depressed about that. I will let you know. I don't remember if I said it at any other update videos, but it was really depressing to have that happen, because I was a little over an hour's worth of footage of 2 achievements that we did on Overkill. I think we did Cook Off because it was a I can't remember. It's a looping heist, so you can do it for as long as you need to. And with that said, that would have ended up on the channel if, you know, the footage had been actually footed. So, with that being said, you know, there's going to be more stuff. Well, there was until he is going to move. So, With that being said, within the next year down the road, I'm going to see how the Patreon does, and if I actually get enough subscribers a month, I will be able to. It'll add a little more give. It'll give me a little more give to be able to do other things. Like I plan to move myself. If I make enough, I will be less worried about moving, and the transition I feel will be a little bit smoother. And I'm not the type of person to ask for stuff like this. It's not me. It's not who I am. I would have been perfectly happy, excuse me, if I made enough off of ads. But the fact of the matter is, everybody uses ad block. Excuse me, I'm having gas now. But everybody uses ad block, and my videos, when they go up, I'm not making a whole ton of money there, So the best way to find out how many fans I have, and how much, and it's not to say that it's the most pure, I guess, would be the definition. It'd be the most pure way of knowing how many people watch my stuff on a consistent basis. It's not because of it's not out of greed. I can assure you that this is not out of greed. I can't it's really hard to try and do what I'm doing now and stay consistent. I'm working 52 hours. I think it was 52 hours, 50.31 hours a couple of weeks ago. But I've been pulling more hours since then, about 52 hours a week where I work currently. And it takes a strain. It takes its toll. And that's why I stockpile on videos ahead of time, so that way I don't have to, when I'm feeling crappy, I can just put a couple of them, make them public. Actually, I was just about to make some public right now. I have to have that backlog. So, I got medical bills to pay. I have quite a few of them. And, I'm sure other people are going to be like, well, why do you deserve it if, I got medical bills too? It's because I want this as a career. This is my dream job / career. If I could do this full time and be able to sustain myself, I don't even need to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Okay, I'm not asking for that much. I'm asking for enough that I can sustain myself throughout the year, and to be able to pay the rent. If I can pay the rent, and the rent utilities, pay for my food, hell, it can be ramen for all I care all week. And all of my other bills, my medical bills, and all that other stuff. If I could be able to support myself off of all of that alone, just with the Patreon, I would be more than gung-ho into uploading 2-3 videos a day every single day for the rest of my life. But the sad reality of it is that's probably never going to happen. At least not with ads. That's impossible. I don't know how Markiplier or any of the, well, that they got 10 million subscribers. That's why. So, that's kind of that's really hard to do for a YouTuber, any other, standard YouTuber. Most YouTubers I know, 1 million is doing pretty good. 2 million, you're doing great. And then anything beyond that, you're just superstar at that point. And, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm getting sidetracked. I do that a lot, actually. So I'm going to try and get back to the point. So all I'm asking for with the Patreon is $1 a month. That's not that much. I don't feel like I'm asking too much. If it was $5 a month, I could kind of see, a little bit of why people would be so hesitant. But $12 a year, and what I would be able to give back is, I would give you exclusive access to the videos before they get released, because usually I keep a stockpile of about a week on my channel before I release it. I think I have right now 6 videos. I believe it's 6 videos right now, and I'm going to be uploading this along with other videos, not tomorrow night, but the night after, I do believe, is when I'm going to be uploading more. And what would happen is you guys would have I would try to send everybody as quick as I can the unlisted URL, so that way you guys have direct access to it. You can go ahead and like and comment. So all the people that want to comment first on the videos, this is your chance to be able to get to be one of the first people. I'm not going to say you're going to be the first. Obviously, it all depends on how the Patreon goes. If, I have like 200 people, donating $1 a month, you got to compete with 200 other people. And I gotta try. If I do that, I'm gonna have to work a way around it. So the first month of that is probably going to be challenging to try and figure out how I'm going to do it without upsetting anybody. Because I want to try and email everybody at exactly the same time with the code, and that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll email everybody the code when it comes along. And the main problem that I see with that is if somebody subscribes for a month and then they unsubscribe, I have to go through that entire list and delete that email off of my list. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work it just yet. I might have to look into that and see how it goes. But as far as I know, Patreon is going to be the true decider on, what I'm going to do with the channel. And I know once I'm done with this, I'm probably going to start working on a skit for it, so that way I can upload it to Patreon. I'll upload the video to Patreon, explaining what it's just gonna be a funny skit, a little comedy skit. Hopefully you guys enjoy. To kind of get people to understand what the channel is about. Now, I am going to have to eventually tell people that I make majority of my videos at this point are gameplay videos, but down the road, I want to be able to do skit and comedy videos, but unfortunately for now, that won't be for another year because Casey is moving. Because he is the guy that, I most associate with like funny stuff and doing funny stuff with, because we always have a good laugh when we hang out with each other. He comes into work, and the other day we were laughing our asses off. It was a good time, and that's what I want to bring to you guys. I want you guys to have those moments as well. But unfortunately, with everything that's been going on with us, we haven't had much of a chance. I've been feeling sick lately, so I was last Friday, I think it was. I was like, I'll come over, and we were gonna hang out and stuff like that, and I got sick, and his friends were talking about hanging out, and I knew that he was gonna be moving soon, so I figured, you know what, just let him hang out with his friends one last time. I plan on moving, so once that happens, we'll be hanging out all the time. Hell, we'll probably be living with each other, and that's pretty much what I want to do, and that's what I want to do with my life, and that's what I want you guys to be able to do. I want you to experience all of it as well. I want you guys to have the laughs and the fun that we do, as if you were sitting right there with us. That'd be a great experience, wouldn't it? I think it'd be a great experience. But a lot of with this move comes a lot of obstacles as well. I want to move, and I want to at the same time not move, because I have my family, and I love my family very much so, and it will be a challenge to move. I moved 10 miles away a few years back, and I was gone for 3 months, and I missed them, and that's probably why I'm back with my family right now, is because I missed them. And back when I was living by myself, I had all this time to do all these videos and stuff like that. In fact, my first Phantasy Star videos actually came from that, where I was living at the time. And I think I didn't sound very enthused back then because, I didn't have my family around. And hopefully Casey will help me with that transition as well, because it's going to be a rough transition. And for that month, I probably will make a lot of update videos, and I'll probably make some unlisted for my family so that they can see that I'm very much well alive and taken care of, hopefully. And I mean, you never really know when you move. It's a very uncertain thing. I moved when I was a kid twice before I was 18, and there's never anything certain. in this world, especially when, you're changing everything. You're in a completely different environment. Well, even though we were used to this area, it changed over the years, so it's still a different change. So there's a lot of uncertainty that comes with moving, and hopefully I will be able to adjust accordingly, and within that next month I'll be back to normal and uploading regularly and being cheerful instead of being like all depressed and being like, I don't feel doing anything today. And we'll see how it goes down the road. But for now, January 1st, the Patreon will go up. I'm going to try to make the skit before then. I'm not going to guarantee that. I'll probably put this up first, and then probably what I'll end up doing is once a month make a Patreon skit if I have the creativity at the time to be able to do it. What this Patreon is going to do for you guys is for $1 a month, you're going to help me get closer and closer to being able to tell my job, well, I want to do part-time. I mean, and it's nothing against my job. It's nothing against where I work. It's just I need more time to be able to dedicate towards this channel. That's just the way it is. And it's nothing like I've already said, but I'm going to reiterate, even though I hate reiterating. It's no offense to the job. It's no offense to it. It's just I need the opportunity to be able to show my viewers that, I'm consistent with what I'm trying to say. I want to make a promise to you guys, and I want to keep it. It's just like I don't think I ever told you guys my promise that I made. I think I made it more to myself than I did to you guys. I made the promise that I would never, ever, ever, ever play a game on my channel that I don't fully support. And that's very true. That was like a Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, if you remember the last update video. I really loved that game. It really was. It still is. I'm still playing it. I played it today before I went to bed. It's an amazing, well-made game, and it's just so stunning. It's so beautiful. The engine is just gorgeous. It runs flawlessly, and Konami just had to slap me with copyright. And I looking back on it, I probably should have just let them go ahead and take the money from the ads, because I don't make jack from the ads, so it doesn't matter to me. But the fact of the matter is that they're already making buku bucks off of it, and people might disagree with me on that, but the game is still $60. If 1,000 people bought a $60 game, that's $60,000 at least, and I know more than 1,000 people bought that game. Come on, let's be real here. No, nobody. And they also included microtransactions on it, so it also depends on how much people spend on the microtransactions within the game. I'm not going to, but, far be it from me to, tell somebody else how to spend their money, you know what I mean? Give me the Patreon. That's kind of funny. Kind of ironic how that works, doesn't it, Kevin? So, again, all I really ask of you when the Patreon goes up is if you're willing to give $1 a month. It's $12 a year. Come on, guys. Just donate the $1 a month. I hate saying the word donate. So just spend the $1 a month. Tell a friend. The power of social media is a powerful thing. All you got to do is donate the money. And, just go on Twitter and be like, hey, I donated to blah, 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 blah. Or I subscribed. There we go. Subscribe. See, I'm so tired. That's the word I was looking for the whole time, was subscribe, not donate. So you say, yeah, I subscribe for $1 a month, and I'm going to have blah, 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 and share it on Facebook or social media or anything like that. And, It takes off. That was like the one time somebody retweeted my one episode of Shadow Hearts. It got over 120 views. That might, within 24 hours. That might also be because it's called The Lesbian Kiss, which there is. I'm not clickbaiting you. There is a lesbian kiss in that game. So I wasn't clickbaiting you. I wasn't, that's another thing that I try to promise to you guys as well, internally in my soul, is I don't try to make clickbait. Um, I don't try to make clickbait videos because I know that there's so many on like College Humor and stuff like that, clickbait articles and all that other crap. I try not to do that. Try to stay as honest as possible when it comes to titling videos and stuff like that. So that's another little promise that I go ahead and make to you guys. So, so to kind of summarize everything that has happened in this video, because I have sidetracked myself a little bit. Christmas present, thank you, Casey. I hope you enjoyed yours. Year down the road, January 1st, actually, this January 1st, I'm going to be starting up a Patreon to kind of see how I stand with my fans, and to be able to judge the income and to see how much I can put towards moving in the next year. I'm also going to be trying to move some money around currently, pay off my medical bills. Once I get my medical bills paid off, I'm going to start saving. And then once I save up enough, I'm going to try and plan a date that I can go ahead and move, which it probably will be whenever I get if I get any tax money, not this tax year, but the next one. So it'd probably be maybe February, late January, maybe at the earliest. If I get any tax money back, if I owe, that's going to really suck. I don't see why though, but that's besides the point. Patreon to really see how things are going with the channel. I know a lot of people be like, well, you look at the views. Not really, because if I go to edit the video 5 freaking times, I'm not going to remember when I edit the description and stuff like that on the YouTube channel. If I click on the edit button every single time, it adds a view count onto my views. So I don't remember half the time if I edited once or if I edited 4 times or whatever. So that's why views to me don't really mean anything. The minutes watched means a lot more to me than the view count, because the more minutes watched I have, the more people are engaging with it, and that means a lot more to me than views. So with that, it's been 22 minutes 15 seconds. I think I'm gonna end it there. I don't think there's really anything else that I need to talk about right away, but be on the lookout for that skit. I definitely have some ideas that I'm going to be tossing around, and I thank you very much for watching. I hope that this wasn't really an entertainment video per se. It was more of like a real it was more of a like what's going on channel. Oh my god, what's going on video. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this really enlightened you guys with what's going on with the channel. Anything that you guys do to help me out means so much to me. Oh my god, I almost teared up. Holy shit. So it really does mean a ton to me when you guys do stuff like that. It really does. So I will see you all in the next video.